Hey everybody, Larry Lawton here. This is the top 10 survival rules you must know after prison to stay out. Gotta know these tips. All right, I'm Larry Lawton, ex-jewel thief, ex-con, and now first ex-con ever recognized on the floor of the United States Congress for helping young people. Yes, that's what I love to do, help young people. This is real talk, no BS. If you don't follow these rules, you'll be back behind bars, and I don't want to see that. So, pay attention. Don't rush your integration. I did. Most people do. Don't rush your integration. You need to take it slow, expect things to be slow. That's why they have halfway houses, but we're going to get it in another video. But listen, take it slow. If you have a schedule, set a schedule. You're used to schedule. You used to get up every day at the same time. Do the same thing. Set a routine. Apply for 3 jobs. Yes, 3 jobs a day. What do you mean, laugh? Get up and do something. Apply. I don't care if you know how to do it or not. But don't just do it to do the paperwork. Oh, I got to apply for 3 jobs. Slow down. You're going to want to apply for 3 jobs. You're going to want to go to the place. You're going to want to get on a bus and start understanding that. I actually look back now, and I actually like my time in the halfway house. And I say like, all the times it was really more beneficial than I thought it was. So take your time. Take your time with integration. Look for jobs. Set a schedule. Take it easy. Don't expect things to happen too quick. Add in rule number 1. And, stay physical. Do push-ups. Do pull-ups. I mean, I was such great shape when I got out. Now I like food. But stay that way. Keep energized. Do your push-ups. You're going to be in great shape compared to the real world. Don't lose that. Enjoy that while you have it. I'll tell you that. So stay physical. That'll help your other parts. Keep the stress down and stuff like that. Let's go to rule 2. Avoid old people, old places, and old habits, stuff like that. Patterns you had. You have to avoid them. And, I often tell it like this. I'm a proponent of most everything. How do you control things? I often say this, and I want you to understand this well. You control the it. Don't let the it control you. What is the it? The it can be drugs, alcohol, food, bad thoughts, hatred. The it is whatever is stopping you from being a better person, becoming more successful. A person who's not fulfilling his own goals that he believes he can fulfill. That's the it. Now, how do you control the it? Well, if you know what it is, that it, whether it's the alcohol, drugs, it could be, negativity, it could be food, it could be gambling, it could be a lot of different. So you take yourself away from that, one of those things. You have to separate yourself from what is stopping you from going forward. Now, if you can't, then there's always ways to get help. And I want to emphasize that in all of my stuff here. But this is a very important rule when you get out. You have to avoid your old people, your places and patterns, because if you don't, you're going to be back into the system. And, the feds know it. The state knows it. Probation knows it. They'll know right away almost, by who you're hanging out with, what you're doing. And, like I said, get away and do something different. I don't care what you did. I made millions of dollars, and I had no problem working in a, what do you want to call it, a phone booth. We were selling Verizon plans or something. All ex-cons. It used to blow my mind away. But they get you that job. It was like a phone job. Didn't like it, didn't care because I was across the state. I know I was going to stay there, but it was something to do to get up every morning. And I avoided, and I always wanted, I had to avoid the mobsters. I had to avoid bad people. We all have our thoughts on who's bad and good. And I get into the government stuff on that too, but I'm not going to. I won't do that. But just please avoid all people, all places, and all patterns, the bad things you got into. Avoid them. If you do that, that's a great rule. You have to stick to that rule. All right, let's go to rule number 3. Yes, a freedom buddy. Someone who could relate to you. Someone who's been through what you maybe are going through. A mentor, a me, or something. There's so many of them. You can even ask a probation officer, hey, is there somebody out there who you would recommend I maybe could call if I had some problems? You could do that. And, that'll help your temptations. You'll see that they could do it without and they're still having fun. I try to show people I still have fun. I try to show people, listen, I look at life a lot differently than most people will look at life, and that's just normal. I mean, obviously, I've been through a lot. And if you got out of prison and you're watching this, you're going to be going through the same thing. And I don't care if how long you did. I mean, I did a lot of time at over a decade. So when you're into prison for 12 years and then you get out, you're shell-shocked. But you could be in a couple of years and be shell-shocked. That's what prison does to you. It breaks you down. It institutionalizes you. And anybody who says they don't, they are. They are institutionalized. Believe me, they are. So, big rule, get a buddy. They can be found, think of it as a spotter at the gym. You get that little bit of confidence of pushing a few more weight. It never helped me to go over 400, but it did help. And obviously it's needed and it can save you. And they had to just push it through those big time. You can haggle with them. You can argue, have a cup of coffee or whatever it is. And to this day, I have a bunch of friends that I talk to. Even I've had sometimes you think of stuff, obviously, just somebody to bounce it off to understand what you've been through. Because a lot of people don't understand what institutionalization is and how hard that is. Number 4, build a daily routine. A daily routine. And that is this structured. You were structured in prison? Keep that to a good degree, but now you control the structure. It's not like they told you when to get. Now you could, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to have a to-do list. I find, as much as I'm into computers, I'm okay with a lot of stuff. I have phones and whatever. I still like to write things down. And I scratch them off. That's just me. And I know I'm an old cat. But a lot of you young guys, a lot of you young people get out. You do what you're doing. Please try to keep that stuff. One, you won't be losing as much time. And, you'll find you're not doing stupid stuff. You're going to fill your schedule with good. I call it as a moving document or an evolving document. Listen, you're not in prison anymore either. So it's not like, oh, you have to do this. No, figure things out. Get the best thing for you. But a routine helps everybody. Ask any very, very successful person, specific routine. A lot of them get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, hit the gym for an hour or something like that. It depends on what it is and what time frames it. So, but you get your routine. Build a daily routine. Very important. And that's number 4. Number 5, handle probation right. Listen, I don't know anybody just getting out, and if they are, they're lucky and without any kind of control. It's freedom, but it's not total freedom. It's conditional freedom. Remember that. They have a lot of rights and a lot of shit they can do. Listen, I got ruined myself. I was doing very well. I had a judge, a very good friend of mine, and one of my oldest friends just passed away. Literally take me to lunch and say, Larry, be careful. You're doing very well, but, they want you to mess up. Is it true or not? I'll tell you something. Don't test dirty. I never did any of that. I never gave them a reason to mess with me. I'm not going to go in and test dirty for a dirty urine when you got to get a urine. I mean, people sometimes boggle my mind. And the rents they go, trick somebody, trick the system, the pee in the bottle, the water, everything they do with a toy appendix for a man. And it's crazy, guys. But that thought that goes in there, man, if they would have just did that thought to whatever, wow, there's a winner. But number 5, make sure, don't take probation lightly, okay? Very important. Do not take it lightly. Don't test dirty. Go in there on time. I had a guy that didn't like me. Number 6, take any job you can. I have guys that are waiting, like they go to prison out 3-4 years. They're going to take, and that's not good enough for me. Listen, man, take the first job that you get that you can get a paycheck. And let me tell you what it is. I helped the guy get a job in a landscaping company. And, it was through a friend, and he said, Larry, I told the guy, listen, you do me a favor. I know you're this guy. I really feel for you. I want to help you, and I did. I says, show up on time, do your work, don't bitch. Just do that for me. Your word's everything. I told him that. So he did. Didn't bitch. He was there every day, on time. Landscaper, start early, that whole work. Does all that. And after 6 months or so, the owner of the company asked the guy, hey, listen, I'm going on vacation. Can you watch the crew for me? He had, I think he had 2 crews at that time. Can you watch 1 crew, 2 crews? Guy said, sure. Doesn't ask fun, did his job, did everything right. That same guy said to him, owner said, hey, listen, I got this little complex over here. And it's that's like 8-unit, that little thing. He goes, it's a weekend job. He goes, I don't want it. Do you want it? I'll give it you, but you can't quit me. Give me 6 months. Do me that. And the guy goes, what do you mean? I can't do it. I don't have any equipment. The owner thought, I says, hey, listen, I'll sell you a mower. You got a pickup truck. You got weeder. I'll sell you 2. Pay me off. But you got to work for me. You can't not work for me. The guy said, sure. did the job, did it on weekends, made money, ended up getting another account on weekends, a small one. Before you know it, he left that guy. Now the guy's down in West Palm Beach, Florida. And he's doing golf courses. He's got like 3 crews. He always says, "Hey, Larry, man, you did that for me, man. You're the best, man." And I said, "No, you did it for yourself because you just stuck to your word, and people want that. And if that's anything, just get a job, guys." And that's a very important rule, number 6. Get a job. It doesn't have to be the perfect gig. You'll find out more. I am so surprised I love tech the way I love it. And that's just me. Number 7, watch your temper and pride. When I say watch your temper and pride, it hits me. I'm a very prideful man. I have a temper. And, you've been through so much. And then when people try to tell you something about a subject that they don't know anything about, it really tests you. Your family will test you. Your friends will test you. Random people will test you. And you'll want to, you have to learn to walk away. You got to learn to stay cool. That's where that mentor comes in, and I've actually helped some people about that, younger people, in situations like that. So that's very important, everybody. Watch your pride, watch that temper. It's not easy. Number 7 is one that is ongoing through life. And I'm telling you, I am so proud of myself, eating my pride. And, it's not, I want to help people. And if you have to do that, then you have to do that. Number 8, cut the victim mentality. I went through this shit. I went through that stuff. Man, I was in FSP, Florida State Prison. I was in, you like me, USP Atlanta. I was in the worst. And, everybody has a story. If anybody knows my full story about being strapped down, naked, beaten, tortured by guards, pissed on. Look at me, I get my goosebumps. And surviving it and not, crying that I was abused as a young person too, by a priest at 11. And I'll tell you what, guys, I try to make it where everything that bad that's happened to me, I try to make it into something where I'm trying to help somebody else. And I'm not playing that. I had a judge actually say to me, "Hey, man, I know we've vetted you. We've done everything the courts have." And they use my program. And he says, "You're one of those guys that almost think you have a reason to be bitter." I said, "No, I don't, Judge." I said, "Whatever happened to me, I have to make it stronger so somebody else doesn't have to go." Everybody goes through something. They should use that to teach others not to go through it. And it inadvertently, it helps you. That's why I thank the people so much, because by me helping them, they're helping me, if that makes sense. And I want everybody to know that. So don't be bitter. We all have a story, believe me. And mine on the surface might be worse than yours, but it has nothing. How you handle that is what matters. Does that make sense? How you handle something makes sense to me. Like, it might be something small, but it affects you in a way that's worse than me being beaten and tortured. And it's just, everybody's an individual, so I don't look down on anybody else's pain or suffering and what they're suffering from. I feel for you. I really do. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But if you're out there playing that victim game, I got out of prison, I had it rough, and, suck it up. Suck it up. You know what? You have knowledge, pass it on, do the right thing, don't be the victim. Be the guy who's changed his life. That's it. Don't be that mentality. I see it, me, that lumpy, don't get me on that. Number 9 is important. It's rebuilding trust slowly. Let me explain what I mean by that. No matter how you look at it, you lost trust when you left when you were in prison. Now, I don't know your situation. I was a little bit fortunate that I went away, and I went away for not telling, with organized crime under the RICO, and I went away for not telling. It's clear as day. It's in my records everywhere. And, maybe that helped. It did help me when I got out. Obviously, people knew my word was good. But, there's a lot of guys that went in, and they went in because they were drug addicts, and they were robbing from their family and their neighbor, and they did stuff. People do forgive. People who rehabilitate, second chances, they give it. I give it. Most people do. But it takes time. It's not like, I did my time. I'm a trusted guy now. No. I'm at a car washing business. I was let ex-cons do it so they can get out and make money and not be constrained, in one spot. And that was a great idea. I still think it is. And, it was great to see them do something and own it and get out there and do it. And, even those listen to me, guys, I'm going to trust you, but I'm going to check on your ass, whether it's the gas, whether it's this, or listen, don't fuck with me. I'm a street guy. They didn't. And I give them that courage. Someone would leave and say, I knew it was going to happen. Hey, lad, I got to leave. Get something going. Hey, good for you. Good luck. Hope you made it. Hope whatever time you helped you in some way or another. I really do. So I agree. But listen, rebuild it and it will come, but it takes time. And finally, number 10. Number 10 almost gives like the number, stay busy and give back. And when I say give back, you might not have money, but you have a story. You have a way of dealing with people. You survive whatever you survived in whatever facility or whatever place you did your time in. So now give back. Give back is your pain could be someone else's prevention for them from doing it. Maybe you tell a story in a way that helps them think about what their choices are and they're not going to do something stupid. I think like that all the time. I really do. I want people to know that. I want young people to know that you listen, no matter what you did in life, life's not over. You can rebuild whatever happened to you, whatever mistake you made. I have people, I'm going to go to prison 35. I was 46 years old when I got out of prison. 46 years old, I got out of prison. At 46, I started a new life. I built a company. I did a bunch of stuff. And I'm moving on, having a great life. You can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. I am the friggin' genius, that's for sure. So make sure you give back. And by how I give back is I do so much for young people in time and stuff and help people with the law. And I take it slowly. I can't save the world either. And I understand that. And I try to stay as busy as I can with breaking it up, whatever you like to do. But make sure you do that, guys. That's very important. And I think that's very important. And listen, guys, freedom isn't just about not being locked up. Freedom is about building a life that you enjoy, that you're proud of. Whatever that life is, guys. If you're proud of your life, and let me tell you something. I don't care. I have zero basis on gender, on ethnicity, on any biases. I really don't. I come from a melting pot. I love all people. I think it's very important that we understand everybody has the right to do whatever they want, as long as they're not harming you or harming anybody that can't help themselves. I'm a big believer in that. So live that life. Be proud of the life you live in. It's free. You still have your rights. Now you're free. Exercise them. Understand them. Have a great day and much love and respect. Make good choices. Talk to you guys soon.